Now, if this video reaches you, then I want y'all to think about what I'm about to say. And this is my unpopular opinion. But I noticed a lot of people is stitching the Beyonce and Kelly Rowland outfits that they wore. And no one is really putting the pieces together on why Beyonce and Kelly Rowland is talking about reproductive freedom. And everybody is making fun of Kelly Rowland's suit. But Beyonce and Kelly Rowland actually wore a suit. It's just that Beyonce was more in her feminine and Kelly was more into the masculine. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I saw, because I didn't really look at it, but I've been looking at snippets on TikTok, and there's so many snippets until I basically saw the whole damn rally. But I'm going to tell you what I saw when I looked at Kelly Rowland and Beyonce. Right now, you have Kelly Rowland and Beyonce that is at this rally where Kamala Harris talking about reproductive freedom. Reproductive freedom. What it means is that right now we are living in a world where women and men are not really together anymore. You got men that is trying to be more like women. Now you got these robots that is being created, whereas though eventually robots is going to be integrating with humans, where it's going to be where robots is going to be more like humans and humans are going to be more like robots. So it's going to eliminate the actual woman to give birth anymore, because they are now coming up with ways, and they already have ways where though you can actually get a baby and buy a baby without a woman actually giving birth to it. They are actually grown now. This is a fact. So reproductive freedom means whereas though we have the freedom to produce babies from outside of a woman. And the only reason why they saying women, because if we vote Kamala Harris in, she is going to give the okay for this reproductive freedom, to where though you don't need a woman anymore to have a baby. You can actually go out and buy a baby. Because if we are declining in birth rates right now, the women is declining in, like, women is still giving birth to this day. But it was at one point where the women was having babies so much until we were fine, to where though you got the dictator over there in Korea that is actually begging the women to actually give birth to more babies. So the birth rate is already declining. And honestly, the fact that women are no longer giving birth at the high rate that they are doing, the reason why women is not giving birth at a high rate like we used to is because of the food that we are eating, the air that we are breathing, the medication that we are taking. It is basically eliminating us for having and giving birth. And then ever since we've been taking these needles, it has really messed up our bodies to where as though we are not having babies. They even have it to where as though chickens is not even giving babies anymore. They are not laying eggs. And the reason why these farmers noticed that, because the government gave these farmers food to feed their chickens, so that case it can produce these chickens to not give birth the way they was usually giving birth. That's why we have a low production on eggs. Once these farmers realized what the government was doing, they stopped feeding their chicken the food that the government was giving them, and they started feeding their chickens the old way. And they realized that it was the food that was basically messing up their chickens to not lay eggs. So right now, women, when we give babies, we are giving babies to spiritual beings. Because when women give birth to babies, these babies are born with souls. They are born with spirits. So if they can eliminate the woman from not giving any more babies, for not having any more babies, then that means that all the babies that is about to be created on this planet, they will not have souls. They will not have spirits, which means they will be fully under control. They even got movies where robots are now being involved with humans. And they kind of remind you back in the day when they said that the angels was having sex with the giants. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing. History is only repeating itself, people. History is only rewinding itself. Now we are going back in those times where as though it's no longer the giants having sex with the humans. It's the robots having sex with the humans. At first, it was the giant having sex with the slave, and they were integrating, and this is how they messed up the DNA, and they was having all these crazy beings. Now you got the robots that is now having sex with human beings. It's the same thing. It's just in modern day time. You had the Anunnakis. They got rid of the slave because they was too rebellious, and they woke up to where so they didn't want to be slaves anymore. Now you got the people that is living in this reality. They're trying to get rid of the human being because we are waking up and we are being too rebellious. Now they're creating robots. The same thing they did. It's the same. Wake up, people. Wake up, people. It's the same fucking thing, just in modern times. That's it. That's it. The same thing that Jesus Christ was doing when he was alive 2,000 or 3,000 years ago. It's the same thing that is going on now. You still got the same people out here that is trying to tell you the truth. It's the same people out here that is trying to tell you that we are living under a false god. But those people are being muted. They are being crucified. It's the same exact thing. Just like when human beings finally disappear off of this earth and we are going to be in a world of AI, you're going to have AI robots that is going to awaken. It's the same thing, people. So the reason why Beyonce and Kelly Rowland was talking about reproductive freedom, because it gives more freedom to reproduce other than outside of the woman. Outside of the woman, there is no freedom, because if a woman is not alive, if we do not have the woman, we cannot have life on this planet. The woman, the feminine entity, the feminine woman is the only one that can bring life into this planet. Even the female trees are the only one that can bring life into this planet. So if we have reproductive freedom, that means we can give life other than a woman. That means we can give life outside of the woman. That is reproductive freedom. So Kelly Rowland was in her suit, but she was still feminine. And Beyonce was in her suit, and she was really feminine, and they was walking hand in hand, meaning where though we can actually have babies in the feminine and masculine way. So we can actually have babies. They are trying to create now where though they can put a womb inside of a man so a man can literally have a baby. That is why Kelly Rowland and Beyonce was on that stage, and they were really talking about reproductive freedom in women. Because if women is not woke, if we are not woke right now, we are going to agree to something that is going to eliminate us. Because if women are not needed on this planet anymore because we give life, what do you think they are going to do to the woman? What do you think they are going to do to the female entity? What do you think that they are going to do to the feminine gene? You understand? They are going to eliminate us because they don't need the female anymore. This is why the divine feminine source is about to come and get what belongs to it. We are about to see the energy of the divine feminine source, because the divine feminine source is coming back for the image that it belongs to. So they know that the feminine divine source is about to leave this planet. So they have to do something to replace it. Please wake up, people. Wake up.